compaevents.com.
Like I said, it's a pleasure to have Nicolena Ferrentino, qui est saxophoniste Zenglen, pour la première fois. Rapidement, Nico Fontia, come closer to the mic a little bit.
All right.
How you doing?
Ma femme, ou même.
You doing good?
I'm doing very well. Thank
Very
you.
well. It's a pleasure to have you here on the show. And the people been asking for you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very surprised that people are asking for me.
No, you work for it. You put a lot of work into the business. So to get it going, we're gonna talk about you. Today it's all about you, you inside Zenglen, the ups, down, and how do you feel. But just tell us a little bit about yourself, like your musical background, like what do you do?
I started playing when I was about 16 years old. I started on clarinet, and then I went to saxophone, and I loved it. And I used to practice 6 hours a day.
Wow.
when I was a kid, and went to college for it. Then started playing. I was on a cruise ship for 3 years, and started playing Spanish music, and that's what I really fell in love with. It was first jazz, and then I went to playing salsa and merengue, and I did that a lot when I got down to Miami, and then. Before I went to Zenglen. So
Where you used to live before you moved down to Miami?
Oh, I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
But why did you move to Miami?
Italian background, not Spanish. A lot of people think I'm Spanish.
Oh, your parents are Italian.
Italian, my grandparents were all from Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was you born in the U.S.?
I was born in Buffalo, New York.
In Buffalo.
Yeah.
Then you decided to come get some hot weather in Miami?
Yeah, 'cause freezing over there. So, yeah, some hot weather in Miami because of the music. That's the reason why I came. There was a lot of Spanish music, and that's what I wanted to play at that time.
Okay. So saxophone is not the only instrument you play.
No, I started with clarinet, and then actually I started with violin, but that's kind of didn't do too much with that. But it was more clarinet, saxophone, and then I started playing flute.
What's got you into what about the instruments? What's got you into music? Is it?
I don't even know. It's not in my family. No one's a musician. It was just something that you learned. You got in school. You rented an instrument for like $5, and I started playing clarinet, and I loved to play, and I just started practicing a lot. And my mother thought I was crazy. Why do you want to do that? But it was just something that's in your blood, and you can't help it.
Wow, that's very good. Before we get into the Zenglen, like how did you and Zenglen started? How you even know about Zenglen?
Okay, I was playing in a Spanish band, and the trombone player needed a saxophone player to play just a weekend. So, Nicolina, you want to come and play for one weekend, just Friday and Saturday with this Haitian band? And I said, sure. And I did that weekend, and then I never left. I stayed for
So after the weekend?
I stayed forever. And I'm still here. Yeah, it was only supposed to be 2 days.
And then why? Why did you stay?
That's a good question. People thought, what do? They get voodoo on you. That's what the Spanish people thought, because I never stayed with one band. I would always just play with a lot of different bands. And as soon as I got to Zenglen, it was the first time I ever just stayed with one band.
But the compa, is it something that was that the first time you heard of that music?
Yeah, it was the first time I heard that music. And not true. Actually, I was living in the Dominican Republic for a short time, and all the Dominican musicians, we would listen to the Haitian radio stations. And the Dominicans spoke so highly, just so you know, they spoke so highly of Haitian music and compa and the way that the Haitian bands worked. And we would listen to the radio stations when we were in Dominican Republic.
And is Zenglen your biggest, you can say, musical experience?
The longest.
The longest.
And yeah, probably the biggest, yeah.
The biggest.
Yeah.
Okay. When you joined Zenglen, what was your expectation? What did you expect to get out of it?
I was a weekend, and that's it. just a weekend and got my money and leave. No, and I don't know. You get hooked. Something about the compa, you get hooked to the music. And at that time, when I started, it was 1999, and Cinq Duet album first came out, and there was just some of the songs are really, they just grab you, we did Tipud, and all these really groovy songs that they just hook you, and I don't know what it is.
And next year is gonna be 20 years.
Yeah. Next year will
20.
be like something like 20 years.
When you joined, the Cinq Duet album is one of Zenglen's best album with Gracia. How was it? How was it traveling with the guys? How was Gracia?
How was Gracia?
What did you think about him? Because that was like your first experience.
Oh, wow. He's hard to describe. When you're playing with Gracia, and we had to stand next to him. We would be traveling and playing. It was all the time, and you would be so tired. But Gracia was the kind of person, he would start the party very slow, and then by the end of the night, when everybody was dying, we were so tired, he would be flying, and he would just knock everything, just bring everything to like this height that I never saw anybody do in my life. And then we would be so tired, and he would hit me in the arm. Come on, dance. Come on, move. Okay, Gracia. Okay, we had to start moving back and but he's amazing.
Wow.
Just to say that, he's just amazing, the way he timed the night and was able to finish with such a momentum was incredible.
How was it working with Maestro Richie?
Oh,
in the studio.
Wow. Oh, there's no words how wonderful he is.
A lot of people see him as being a dictator, like things have to be only his way. Is that?
Oh God, he's the most musically. He's like the most calm and wonderful, and just, he would always listen to everybody. He was not like a dictator at all. He was so patient, and he had a vision, and that's it. He just had a vision and wanted things a certain way, but he had always a patience about him, the way he would ask for things, and just wonderful.
As a maestro, is he the kind of type that if you need help, he's going to work with you one-on-one?
He's so wonderful. Yes, the best I've ever worked with, I have to say.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just amazing. There's no words to say. And other people who come in, trumpet players and who are not Haitian, and they just find working with Richie was such a wonderful experience. Everybody says it. When we would leave the studio, wow, Richie's really something. I said, I know, he's really something.
19 years you've been around Zenglen, ups and down. Tell me a few things, memorable experience or moment that's like you can never forget.
Oh, funny.
Yeah,
Oh, just going way back when we first started going to Haiti, we just went through some really crazy moments, and things would happen. Just getting from point A to point B in Haiti was hard sometimes, and one time we had to get through a river to go to the next party.
Wow.
And so we were all in the car, and there was like a lot of rain the night before, and so the next day the river was kind of high, and we got we're trying to drive through the river, and we got stuck in the river.
Wow.
And I was sitting in the back with Richie, and all we could do in the river was we started rolling up our pants. Thinking that the water was going to start coming through the car, and we're all just rolling up our pants and waiting for the people to push us through the river. And those are the kind of things that would never happen to Americans, and that was just kind of a funny experience.
When you go to Haiti, you experience things different that you will normally do in the U.S. Yeah. Wasn't you scared?
Yeah, scared, no. It was a little bit at the beginning when you first started going there, and it was I think it was about 2001, the country was a little bit, I think it was worse at that time, and it was just, it was a little bit hard, just getting from one point to the other, the way the roads were and things like that, but things have improved now.
A lot. Can you say now, 19 years later, that you accomplished a lot as far as your musical goal, like the reason that you went to school, you study? Can you say that after 19 years with Zenglen that
Yes.
You accomplished a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a good. I mean, it's been a good experience. Even before Zenglen, I did a lot of things. I did a lot of recordings, and I do feel like I accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to.
Zenglen has been through a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of changes, but you always there. Why?
Good question.
Why you always
I don't
there?
know.
Gracia came and left. Reginald came and left.
Oh,
Now Rich is not
gee.
even there. But
Oh.
you stay for
I don't-
19 years.
Yes,
Why?
Brutus. Brutus is the reason. Brutus has a way about him that is just, you can't leave him. He's hard to leave because he has such a passion for music. He has such a good heart. Brutus has a wonderful heart. And it's just hard to, and I want to walk away so many times, and he's a hard person to walk away from.
Did Maestro Richie ask you to go with him?
Oh yeah, of course. And I wanted to. And it was
Why
really,
didn't you go?
You have to, even though I think Richie was the closest person to me. Oh, for years that he was probably the closest one to me in the band. Everybody knew that. But at the moment where it's like, okay, you have to choose and leave, you just can't leave something like that. Zenglen, without a really good reason to say, you didn't do this to me, you were not like that to me, you hurt me, and they never hurt me in any way, so you can't really just walk away from them. So of course, I wanted to go with Richie. Of course, it would have been great to go with Richie because I loved everything about him, all the way he was musically. I mean, but you had to.
Was that a tough decision for you to say no?
It was a hard decision. It was hard, but it was something I could not walk away from Zenglen at that moment when they really needed me. You just can't walk away. It's not the right thing to do. I didn't feel like it was the right thing to do.
After Maestro Richie left, then class started. You saw they've been on top.
Oh yeah,
a lot of success.
Oh, I knew I knew he would be.
But when you sit now, you look back. Do you regret the decision that you didn't go?
No, I think even though I'm happy and I knew Richie was going to do great even before he even left, I knew whatever he did is going to be fantastic. But still, I look back, and I do look back sometimes, and I say, well, no, I really could not have gone. There's just no way I could have walked away from
even
Zenglen.
After all the success and everything, and then Zenglen.
Yeah.
Wow.
I cannot walk away from them. Still not the right thing. I look back and it's really was not the right thing to do.
Wow. How was, can you compare when Sing Duet came out and Gracia was there, then Gracia left, and they brought in Reginald and Frérot?
Oh.
How was with the two of them? How was Zenglen with Gracia and Zenglen with Reginald and Frérot?
Oh, it was a big difference. It was hard. It was and they were young too. They were young and inexperienced at the time. So it was a little bit difficult, but they did a really good job, It was, no one can compare to Gracia, You
Gracia
just can't.
still...
He's just one of a kind. You just can't. No one's going to come in and it's going to be the same.
Wow.
But I thought that, Frérot and Reginald did a good job, and people seemed to like it. The band did well when they, came into the band. So
that's very good.
Yeah.
Is being a musician, was that your dream job?
Oh yeah, I always wanted to be a musician, but you cannot make a living at it. So I've always had
but
another
Zenglen
job.
has been very successful. You made a lot of money with Zenglen too, because
yeah, good day, good times and bad times. But never, and in music, is it ever going to be steady, where you're going to be able to pay all your bills, and it's just the way music is. Even if a band's on top, it's still hard. Because you could have a good weekend, and then it rains next weekend, and then the gig gets canceled, and those sort of things that happen in music, naturally.
What else do you do besides music?
I work for the state of Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, I work for the government.
For how long you been doing
with
that?
them?
Yeah.
29 years.
29 years.
Yeah.
And Zenglen,
and Zenglen at the same time.
How do you balance? How do you?
I'm tired.
Yeah. How do you balance the two out?
It was hard. I remember playing with Gracia. We would play till 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and I would go home and change clothes and go to work. It's been really hard, but...
Where do you find the strength to do that for so many years?
I cry a lot. I cried a lot. I don't know, but it was hard, to do both, but I was able to do it.
Is there anything you don't like about being a musician? Anything you don't like?
The timing. You have to play so late at night. You gotta, and I'm a morning person, and I don't know, probably just the timing of it. But being on stage and playing is with all the right musicians. It's so what a great feeling.
How do you feel like when you're on stage playing in front of thousands and thousands of people, and you see they really into it? How being a musician?
Wow. It feels so wonderful. Oh, just gee, it's such a great feeling. Just seeing everybody happy and enjoying the music, and you just sometimes you get tears in your eyes because it makes just seeing everybody happy. It's a wonderful feeling.
Is it hard being the only female?
Yeah, it's been hard.
And a man in a male band.
It's been hard, and that's probably why you don't see a lot of women for a long time, because it's not easy. Otherwise, you'd see a lot of women in bands, that last a long time, but you don't see that, do you?
No.
And it's because,
and I'm wondering why. Why is it that
it's not easy at all to just I mean, even though everyone's wonderful to you, everybody treats me well and things like that, but it's not easy.
Is there anyone who has done anything to you, something to you that you're like, wow, no, I don't like that? Has anybody made you upset to the point where you're like, I'm ready to give up, I'm done with this band, I'm done with this
all
Zenglen?
the time. Just not one person, but just situations. Yeah, a lot of times.
Like what? Tell me. It's something that happened that make you want to walk away, but
maybe, oh boy, maybe like when 2 or 3 musicians, well, we have a lot of people that come and go, and maybe 2 or 3 musicians leave, and it's like, okay, we have to start all over again with 2 or 3 new musicians, and it's hard to, here we go, start all over again. I don't know if I could handle it anymore, teaching 3 or 4 musicians the music all over again, and you just have to get your strength and say, okay, we're going to do it again, and then 2 other musicians will leave, and then it's like, okay, here we go again. It's not easy at all.
Wow. That's very good. When you travel to Haiti, what do you eat? What's your favorite Haitian food?
I love I'm a vegetarian, but I love the durry collé. Durry avec sauce pois, banane frite. I love all the Haitian food.
Of course, being in Zenglen, you had to, now you learn how the Haitian culture, how that been influencing you, how
I don't know. I love the Haitian culture. I mean, it's like a part of me. I feel more comfortable around Haitians, and when I go home to Buffalo, I feel less comfortable around Americans. and all no Haitians, I feel less comfortable. Let's just say that.
Wow, so being among us is just,
I feel like I'm more at home, actually. It's funny, I don't know why.
How long you gotta go? How many more years you gonna give Zenglen?
I have to make it to 20. At least that. I want to make it to 20, and then after that, let's see.
Let's see. I don't think we're ready to let you go.
Yeah, I don't think Brutus is gonna. He'll probably be at my house. He won't let me go. I don't think very soon, but I don't plan on leaving anyway. But I do want to hit the 20 mark.
You want to hit 20, but recently you was in Haiti touring with the band, but you decided to. Why did you leave the band in Haiti and you came by yourself?
I had to go back to work. I had to come back to work. I had to go back to work for the state of Florida.
So you couldn't stay?
I wanted this time. Normally I'm dying to come home, but this time I wanted to stay the whole time, and I was sad that I had to come back.
Okay. But what do you think, where do you see Zenglen going now? Because there has been some changes. Wade come back, Frérot. Now they have this new guy they just tried out in Haiti. Where do you see the band going?
I feel positive right now. And a lot of times I don't feel positive, but now I see people's reaction with this new singer that came to work in Haiti, and I feel very good about that.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that Brutus, I think he can go somewhere still. I feel like we have some potential to do something good with him. So
you think?
Yeah, I do. I feel good. And I'll tell you, a lot of times I feel horrible, and I feel like the band's falling apart a lot of times. But now I have a feeling Brutus has a good vision.
Good vision. So you think another 20 years?
Oh, geez. Let's see.
Let's see. We gotta say thanks to you because you've been among us for so long, and we love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you, everyone too.
We love you and Zenglen, and we gotta say thanks to Maestro Butis and the whole Zenglen family. I just thought it was something that we had to do to let you know we appreciate your services.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate everyone. Like I said, I feel more comfortable amongst Haitians than I do Americans. So I love everyone.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come by.
Thank you.
To talk to us because this meant a lot to us, especially if someone like me. I've been seeing you for years, and we chit chat when I'm around Zenglen, but we never had the chance to talk to you.
Yes.
To learn a lot more about you.
I really appreciate coming.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.